Okay, is it working, the sound now? Okay, is it working, the sound now? Okay, finally working. Yes, it seems it is finally working. I don't know why, but it seems that AMD Relief still does not show the chat here unless I make um, a direct configuration of the streaming. So if I go here and I choose YouTube streaming instead of custom streaming, it seems that the chat actually appears, but it doesn't appear on my custom stream. I don't know why, because I have selected it in the here, as you can see, the chat, but it still does not work. I don't know why, so I'll have to do this. Yeah, I had echo because I was watching myself in the video, but now it is working, I think. Okay, finally we can speak properly. By the way, is the sound fine? The volume too high, too low? Hi from Portugal, man. I actually wanted to do some gaming while we're talking, but since the chat does not appear here, we'll have to make that to a later live stream, maybe next week. Great. Eargasm. Yeah, my voice is quite different when you actually go into the video and not the close microphone, like 10 centimeters and 1 meter. The voice changes a lot. Okay. So my instant replay from Battlefield 5 has too much contrast compared to my COD instant replays. Well, that's probably a Relief problem. Most likely, yes. Recording problem. That happens a lot in some other scenarios, in some other softwares, and even on Relief. Yeah, instant replays, yes. It does use Relief. Can one change the Hertz refresh rate of a monitor instead of trying to cap the FPS using RTSS? Well, you can change. I have a video about how to overclock your monitor. It is risky in some cases, but nowadays it isn't that risky anymore, and you can actually go there and how should I say it? You can actually go there and overclock your monitor like 1, 2, 5 Hertz, in some cases even more. As for the GPU prices, well, GPU prices are quite crazy actually. We have a lot of demand and we have no stock at all. Let me just adjust the camera a bit so we can have, yes, bigger camera so you guys can actually see me better, okay? But yeah, GPU prices are completely crazy. Okay, any suggestions for other similar instant replay software? Well, that I can't really help you there because I really do not use the instant replay software, any of it, so I don't really know. But I do know that my brother uses it sometimes, the AMD one, and at least in the games he plays, it is fine. As for the COD, I don't really know because I don't play COD and neither do my brother. Now, hey mate, what are your thoughts on the AMD's chiplet design on the next Navi series, okay? Do you think this will reignite the Crossfire SLI, sorry, I'm speaking in Portuguese, SLI era, or will it be addressable as a single die? Yeah, from what I heard, it is addressable as a single die, because it's exactly the same as they are doing on Ryzen CPU. So you have the chiplet and you have the cores, in this case the GPU itself inside the chiplet. One or more or three or four, doesn't matter. They are all connected. Latency is a problem, but they will fix latency later. They will do something like they did on these RX 6000 series, for example. For example, let's say more cache, reducing latencies in other parts, so they can actually add the latency of having chiplets and so on, so on, so on. But if they figure this out, so what I also heard is that they are using the method of like when we had the IDE drives, for example, we had the slave, we had the master and the slave, and I think that they will use the same approach on the GPU. So they'll have a core, a master core, and the others will be slaves and will be working for that master core. That's my opinion on that matter. Okay. Okay. I have a RX 5500 XT, 8 gigabytes. Is it worth to mine for 90 euros a month? Will it ruin the GPU, and what settings do you recommend? Okay, I'm not much into mining, but almost anyone that does mining, they use specific BIOS. So they actually overwrite the card's BIOS, so they raise the VRAM frequency and they decrease and undervolt the frequency. So they decrease the frequency and they undervolt the voltage, so they can actually get more for less. Okay, so yeah, if you actually just do that, and if you keep the temperatures decent, I don't really think you will damage your card any more than you would do it by gaming. Okay. Okay, I have an RX 5700 XT and the newest driver is crashing with Substance Painter. Never used it. I downgraded to 20.4.2 and it seems to be working. I looked up this issue and I couldn't find anything about the problem or on the problem. Okay, there's the thing. So there's the thing about drivers. Drivers are really messy depending on your build. I don't know why. It seems to me, in my experience, that it also depends on the motherboard you use, the chipset drivers, the drivers itself, the monitor. It's a mix of several things that they are really inconsistent. Let's say that they are really inconsistent. And what I can tell you is, if the 20.4.2 drivers are working fine, those are my election drivers for the RX 5700 XT. Do not change them, because the 20.4.2 drivers are really good. Okay. Let's see more. So what are your thoughts on the RTX 3060 and the 6700 XT? Damn, my English is kind of rusty. The RTX 3060. Well, both cards will be decent if priced correctly, like almost any card. The problem is always the pricing. Because we have good cards now, we kind of have stock, more or less, across the world, but the prices are completely crazy. I myself won't give, let's say, $1,000 plus for a GPU. That's completely fucked up. If I was rich, like if I had $1 million, I'll probably do it. But $1,000 for a GPU that should cost like $6,000, that would be a good deal. But 600, well, that's fucked up. I wouldn't do it. I would wait till the price is normalized so I could actually buy it. I use 20.8.3 drivers. They don't black screen on my main games, but some games lag in full screen. Any suggestions? Some games lag. By the way, anyone that has a computer should look into having the latest chipset drivers installed and the latest BIOS installed, motherboard BIOS. That it seems that the newest AMD cards are really sensitive to that. So chipset drivers, newest motherboard BIOS, and those two things alone will fix most of your problems. As for the drivers, I do advise you to maybe get some new ones, and mostly black screens are due to a bad PSU, a bad connection on the motherboard, maybe a bad connection, faulty chipset drivers or lack of chipset drivers, and older BIOS, motherboard BIOS. Or in the end, basically an unstable VRAM overclocking. That happens a lot also. Okay. Drivers. Seasonic 850 gold plus PSU. Yeah, that's a good thing to buy. Okay, let's see here. Thoughts on rendering games at 1800p on a 4K screen and using radiant image sharpening. Well, native resolution is always the best, but of course 4K is 2160p, so 800p will have a slight performance boost. So it's a matter of what you want. You want higher FPS or you want native resolution. If you want native resolution like I do, well, then sacrifice FPS or sacrifice graphics fidelity. That's how it works. By the way, guys, I'm gonna put some music so this doesn't actually get so boring. Let's put some music. By the way, let's see what I get here. What I have here. It's always hard to choose. Maybe some Rammstein. Oops, sorry. Okay, by the way, if the music is too loud, just tell me, okay? I don't care about the monetization on live streams, so don't worry. Okay. Important question, blah 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 blah. Should I use Ryzen Master on my CPU? Okay. What's on the desktop? What desktop? Should I use Ryzen Master to overclock my CPU? Should I do it on BIOS? BIOS is always the best. Because if you use Ryzen Master, you actually have another layer of software to overclock, while you can do it on the BIOS itself, which is way better, in my opinion. Okay, have you tried to apply for a job at AMD? No. Seriously, no. I do not want to work at AMD. I want to work for myself, do what I want, what I like, with my own timing and pacing. That's what I want, at least for now. At least for now, of course. I can work with them, but not for them. That's a different story. Now, question. I have 5600 XT with Ryzen 7 3700X and 32 GB of RAM. All drivers up to date, and most of my games are lagging. But there are games that... But there are games like Stranded Deep. I actually don't know the game. I play in Ultra with no problems. Lagging. Lagging is very hard to explain, because what you call lag may not be lag to me, maybe like stuttering, and stuttering may be really GPU sided or, for example, monitor sided. You have to utilize MSI Afterburner and see if you are actually having spikes or not. If you are having FPS spikes, then you are stuttering. If not, it is a question related to your monitor. And for example, disable anti-lag, disable all those things. Disable them, because they will and they may actually in some scenarios give you some stuttering. So how is it possible that GTA 4 released in 2008 cannot reach a solid 6? Obviously, I won't read the rest of the question because it's called optimization. Completely. GTA 4 was one of the worst ports ever released on PC. So yeah, completely optimization. I myself have GTA 4 and I'm trying to play it on this build, and in some parts of the town, for example, I can't get 60 FPS. So 60 FPS on a 5600X and the RX 6800. Yeah, obviously, completely bullshit optimization. Now, Okay. I used a very cheap CPU paste for my Ryzen 5 2600. It is okay if temperatures are okay, 38-40 degrees idle. I don't mind to reapply it once every few months. I mean, 38-40 degrees idle isn't that much because it has also to do with your cooler, obviously, and not only your cooler, but for example your build airflow. Okay, so that depends a lot, but it seems fine to me. 38-40 degrees, it seems fine to me. RTX 3000 or RX 6000? It depends on taste. For example, if you give me both, I will look into two things. So the first one is VRAM, the second one is raw power, and the third one are features. So if you have the same, for example, let's say at the same price, both at the same raw performance and price, I will go for Nvidia, because although it has less VRAM, it has also way more features, at least for now. You have the RTX voice, you have RTX itself, you have DLSS, you have several and more features. At the same price, at the same raw performance and price, I would go Nvidia due to more features. Now, things can change depending on the price and the offer, of course. It is all about DirectX, I assume, version. The game was built, not only the API, man, not only the API. I assume you are talking about the GTA 4 optimization. Not all about the API, really. Many developers can do a lot on the X11, for example. Some developers can do more on the X11 and OpenGL than some of them can do on DirectX 12 or even Vulkan. So that's a lot of who works in what. We can keep you talking. Yeah, I read quite slow. Sorry about that. Sometimes I get big lags when I have enhanced sync on. Yeah, okay, let's talk about that. Enhanced sync on Red Dead Redemption 2, Horizon, blah 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 blah. Okay, enhanced sync is fine and all, but if you have FreeSync, do not use enhanced sync. That's from my experience, my opinion, of course, but just use FreeSync, forget enhanced sync, use FreeSync, lock the frames to -3, your refresh rate of your monitors, of course, -3, and it's done. Just forget it. Forget about it, because it will and may cause stutter in some scenarios, and you don't want that. Okay? Kind of lust, exactly. What's your thoughts on the Radeon graphics settings? Could you do a video on it? I actually have a video on it, an old video called like How to Adrenaline 2020, something like that. My settings are basically all to default and disable enhanced sync, Radeon anti-lag, Radeon boost. Disable all those gimmicks and use it normally. Okay, no gaming settings, not on that shit, because it will usually give you stutters instead of smooth performance. Do you still recommend underclock the 5700 XT? Depends on your model. You can simply undervolt it instead of underclock it. Just undervolt it and leave the stock clocks, for example. It's always an option. Okay. Damn, there's a lot of questions. You guys are messing with me because I can't answer all these questions. Okay, one in Portuguese is actually asking if an RX 6800 Pulse for 700 euros is fine or not. Well, for 700 euros is not a bad price, because the MSRP was like $640 or $650. So 700 euros is not bad at all. Not bad at all for a deal. Okay. Ryzen 7 and RX 6800 XT do have a bottleneck. A bottleneck is not measured just by having two parts. It depends on your FPS target, your resolution, everything. For example, or even your game settings. For example, the 3700 XT Imagine that that CPU will give you 100 FPS in Far Cry New Dawn, okay? 100 average FPS. Doesn't matter the resolution, it doesn't matter the graphical settings, it doesn't matter anything, that CPU will still give you a max of 100 average FPS in that game, in that same scenario, okay? That's a bottleneck. Now, you can reduce bottleneck by overclocking the CPU, by let's say by overclocking your RAM and so on, so on, so on. You can reduce it. But for example, let's say that you're playing at 4K, we are aiming for 60, 75, maybe 100 FPS or more in some games, in some lighter games. It is completely fine. Now, if you're aiming for, let's say, 120, 144 FPS in most games, you won't reach it. You won't reach it. So, yeah, better get like the 5600X with really decent RAM, okay? Okay, question 1. Do you know how should I fix the problem with the RX 580, sorry, is using 2000 MHz on the memory all the time, even on idle? That's not a problem, actually, that's not a problem. That's the thing AMD has been doing to actually ensure stability, or so they said. So don't worry about that, okay? It will consume a bit more power, yes, it will maybe eat up a bit more in idle, which is a crap, but just don't look much into it, because I have that like since April 2020, so almost a year ago, so I'm used to it. In higher resolutions or higher refresh rates, the VRAM clocks will ramp up. Now, I had a lot of issues with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 with the 5500 XT, but when I changed to an Nvidia GPU, I got no issues. Why you think? Okay, basically most likely you were missing an updated motherboard BIOS and chipset drivers, updated chipset drivers. I'm almost certainly that was a problem. What's the difference between the BIOS, the age, and the F? So, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, age. So, the age version, yes, it's recent, more recent. It's the latest, or should be. Thank you once again. Thank you, my man, for watching the stream. I mean, I'm just doing this because I kind of wanted to, and if I want to, why not? Have you seen news about the toxic 6900 XT? Yes, I saw, and it seems pretty damn nice. It seems pretty damn nice. I'm waiting to see it. Let's just imagine the Mark Ronson. Let's just imagine that there is a stock on everything CPU and GPU. I have an old i5 4570S with a 750 Ti. Any idea on what I should get first, keeping in mind that the new GPUs are at MSRP? What should you get first? That's really hard because your CPU has only 4 cores, 4 threads, so any GPU that actually is faster than, let's say, an RX 580 will make that CPU sweat, that CPU and RAM combination sweat. So GTX 1660 Super, for example, it will make that CPU sweat, but just pick one. Just pick one. It's a hard choice, yeah. Hey Fabio, hope you're good and hi to chat. Thanks, man. Rugby 187 Gaming, thanks, man, seriously. Thanks for being in my live stream. 60 people in my live stream is not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'm not that charismatic, so it's fine. Okay, I heard someone say that 3600 MHz RAM with Intel CPU 10900K is bad in the long run, and we should keep it at the max speed of 2966. They meant 2933, like what Intel said. That is plain bullshit. Plain bullshit. Whoever said that to you is a complete boomer. It doesn't know shit about what it's talking about. Basically, those frequencies that they are telling you, like 2933 megahertz or 2666 megahertz, those are usually, for example, the native IMC frequencies. And if you don't really push those voltages to high levels, to really high levels, you won't have any problem. You can run like 5000 megahertz RAM like for years and years and years, and you will have exactly zero problems. Just don't sweat it. Whoever told you that is dumb. Sorry. Okay. I loaded up Rust at 1440p max settings with the 2700X and RTX 3080. I was getting 120 FPS with my GPU usage at 46. Never in my life I have been happy to see. Well, Rust is really CPU and RAM heavy, so it's normal. The to play at 1080p or even at 1440p with a GPU like the RTX 3080, the 2700X won't suffice for at least for higher FPS numbers, but it is still an okay CPU, no doubts on that. Oh, that's a lot of questions. Thank you. R5 3600 XT, 3060 Ti. What do you think? I think it's pretty fine. For me at least, it's a pretty nice combo. Pretty nice combo. The Toxic is on eBay for 5K. My fucking god. 5K for a card. What the hell? 5K? That much? That's a lot. Why? Why would someone give 5K for a card? Unless you are doing some professional work. 5K for a gaming card, that's insane. I would never do that. Even if I had like 1 million in the bank. Damn. I have the R5 3600 and the 5700 XT Nitro Plus. If you add 200 euros, of course, the money from selling either the CPU or GPU to invest, would you rather upgrade the CPU or GPU? Once again, depends on your objective. If you want to go to higher resolutions, sell the GPU and upgrade it, okay? So maybe to a 6800, 3070, 3080, whatever. If you want to play at, let's say, higher FPS numbers, but let's say at 1080p, then upgrade the CPU and RAM kit first, okay? Hello Zafir, hello Mr. Andros. From Portugal to Italy. Question: is undervolting bugged in RX 6000 cards? I've undervolt my card to 1000, okay, and with an overclock 2.7 GHz, and it still draws peak 330 watts. 300 watts is actually pretty normal for those cards. Those cards, to ensure stability, they do a thing. So once you actually pass a certain level of frequency, they will automatically increase voltage above your settings. So 2.7 is a lot, so they need to increase voltage, and they will, of course, I repeat, consume 300 plus watts, okay? So simply decrease a bit, let's say decrease to 2.6 or 2.5 and decrease the voltage quite a lot, and power draw and temps will go to the floor. They will decrease a lot. Everyone hit the like button. Yes, do it. Hi, I'm just getting into PC gaming and I'm like on a $700 budget. Do you have any recommendation, especially with the GPU prices right now being crazy? Thank you. Is there any benefits? Okay, that's another question. Well, my advice is just wait. Wait like 3 months and the prices will start stabilizing, but it's 3 months. Most people can't wait a week for something, let alone 3 months. Is there any benefit or difference from PCI 3 to PCI 4 in gaming? I actually have a video about that. I used my motherboard's restrictions to test PCI 1, 2, 3 and 4 on my Ryzen 5 3600. So go to my video section and watch that video, because it will actually and definitely answer this question. What's the FPS on games on a 3060 Ti at 1440p? Dude, how can I know that? I mean, I don't have that card. We're not even talking about a specific game or settings. I don't really know. How can I answer you that? That's impossible. I'm no magician. I wish I was, but I'm not. Why, Fabio? Why? Hey, Fabio, what's up? Everything's fine, and with you. I sold my 5700 XT for 500 euros and got a 3060 Ti for 620. That wasn't a bad deal. The 3060 Ti is better in some scenarios, yeah. No doubts. Now, okay. Okay, this guy is actually trying to overclock. So, trying some shit again. DRAM 1.41 and VCI 1.18 AMD and maybe and. Okay, that's a really tough to read question. 3070 versus 6800. With Zen 3, no doubts that most of all in terms of raw performance, the 6800 is quite ahead of the 3070, like 15%. Then you use SAM, so if you have a Zen 3, you use SAM, Smart Access Memory, and you get in some games like 10% more. So it's from 15 to 25% over the RTX 3070, and you have 16 gigabytes VRAM instead of 8. So for me, it's a no-brainer to go to the 6800. Okay. Is Intel CPU 11th gen a real step up from 10th gen? Okay, guys, let's talk a bit about the new Intel generation, okay? The new Intel generation. They are actually interesting in some aspects, if they do what they said they would. Now, they are really doing an approach like the ARM CPUs, like the CPUs you can actually find on your smartphones. And from what I heard, they will be using the big little cores. So they will use, for example, let's say an 8-core CPU, okay? They will use both, not both, but they will use 4 big cores, so 4 strong cores, and the other 4 cores will be kind of weak. So those weak cores will manage the weaker workloads, so they can actually reduce the power draw, the power consumption, while the other strong cores will do the hard work, and if the work is really hard, all the cores will work for that. Will that work? Will the implementation work? I don't really know, but the new generation may bring something interesting, I hope, because I don't want monopoly, being it from Intel, AMD, Nvidia. Monopoly is a crap for consumers, so you want competition, you want it. Okay, let's start from the bottom. Fabio's spec tips. When? Pectoral? Like chest? Okay, I have a Ryzen 7 3800X, 5700 XT Sapphire Nitro. Should I upgrade to a 3060 Ti? No. No, I wouldn't upgrade to anything less than the 3070, okay? If you really want to go Nvidia. If you want to go AMD, go, for example, for the 6800. Or when the 6700 XT comes out, go for it. That's my opinion, of course. Good night, Ancient Gameplays. What is the best clock for Ryzen 5 2600 stock cooler? Stock cooler, I wouldn't go over 4 GHz. Just set it at 4 GHz and reduce the voltage the max you can. I'm having issues with my back USB 3.0 ports. I have 6800 XT and Ryzen 7 5800X. It detects them as USB 2.0 when my X570 motherboard manual says they are okay 3.0. The problem may be simple. Maybe, for example, you needing to activate them as USB 3 in your motherboard BIOS, or you needing to install the drivers for the USB 3.0. So maybe you go to your motherboard's website and download the USB 3.0 drivers. That may fix it. May. I'm not saying that will work, but may fix it. 6800 for me. Thanks for your amazing and super charismatic. Well, I wouldn't say I am charismatic, but well, I do what I can, mostly. Okay, do you know when BIOS update gets on the B450 Tomahawk Max for the new CPUs? I think it is already done, man. At least I have the Tomahawk Max, the second one, and the 5000 CPUs are already supported, so just go to their website. Still hitting the weights, my man. Yes, I'm still hitting the weights when I can, but not as much because I do not like to train at home. I like to train in the gym, and gyms are currently closed, at least in Portugal. But they will open soon, like let's say a max of like 2 weeks, 1 month. But yeah, I already lost some volume. The weight is more or less the same, but I lost some volume. But yeah, it's normal. If you don't train that much, you will lose volume. Okay, let me just... way better. Okay. Okay, I mean, if you truly want the GPUs, guys, now you could just buy a pre-built. At least in the UK, there are some that, yeah, pre-built is a way to do it, but you may end up spending more than you want to spend. So Vega 56, $700. Yeah, I would shoot my feet, both, of course. I would shoot my feet with a gun, with like a big gun, before buying a Vega 56 for $700. That's fucking insane. Hello, Bruno Gutierrez, yes. Rodriguez, yes. Hello, thanks for all your videos and guides. They were very useful for me. Thanks for watching, man. Keep watching my videos. I appreciate it. Is 5600X okay to overclock with stock cooler? Okay, I will do a video. You guys can know about it. I'll do a video. Let me just take off that. Okay. So, damn hair. Okay, I will do a video in some time about how to overclock all Ryzen CPUs from the 1st to the 5th generation, including voltages. Voltages I know that are safe, of course, and including, for example, how to find your chip limits, your fit limits. Okay, I will do that. I will include them. I'll do lots of things in that video to show you how to do it, guys. But in my opinion, you shouldn't really care about overclocking Ryzen 5000 series. Just go to the BIOS, use stock settings and PBO, for example, and undervolt, or use the curve optimizer that is now presented in the newer BIOS. Just do that because it is way more efficient. Vega 56 for 1K here in Serbia. Damn, that's insane. Okay. Okay, did you know you can't run the X12 games in true full screen? So it is actually better if you leave full screen optimization sticked, as this bypasses the devil. Oh, I didn't know, but from what I know, actually, the X12 can run the full screen. Of course, full screen, true full screen. I know that, for example, Shadow of the Tomb Raider has one thing which is different from full screen. It's like exclusive. Yes, it's exclusive full screen. So maybe that's a true full screen. I don't really know. Okay, I hit my reference AMD 6800 card to 2510 MHz, stable on 3D Mark. Have you ever reached that high? And is it possible to get even higher clocks on a 6800? Possible, yes. Is it worth? Not for me. That's why I didn't try it, because I found that I always try to find the best scenario in terms of, let's say, performance and power draw and temps. I always do a mid-end. I don't want max performance. I want a mix of both, of really good performance with actually good temperatures, good power consumption, and so on, so on, so on. But it is possible. You can get even higher with a modded BIOS, okay? When the stock of GPUs will become stable? Maybe in like 3 months, I assume. Did you see that the new chipset drivers came out as well? Yes, I already have them installed, and I did a post in my community tab like 1 or 2 days after they went out. They came out. Can you install drivers through control panel, or you need some special app? Okay, I advise you to use DDU, and for the chipset drivers, go to the control panel. I actually have a video about how to properly install and uninstall AMD drivers, so go watch it if you want to know more about it. AMD budget GPU for 1080p, 5500 XT or 5600 XT if you can. Fabio, I'm thinking about a 10400F plus 3060. Or should I get, with that combo, the 10400F will be quite fine. Just get a Z490 motherboard, get decent RAM speed, decent RAM frequency, and you'll be fine. By the way, I would like to do some kind of gaming while live streaming. I don't know if I can actually do that. Let's see if I can. What can I play? I'm currently playing Death Stranding, so those are my games. I'm usually playing Death Stranding. For people saying that this game is a walking simulator, guys, sorry, but just say that you do not like the style of the game, because this game is a complete masterpiece. It has some parts that are quite, let's say, slower, but the game is really, really fine. And you have cars, you have motos, so why calling it a walking simulator? You just walk in the first first 3 hours. Then you have motos, you have everything. Anyway. Okay. I'm having FPS drops, some games using Ryzen 7 3700X. Okay, we've seen that. Okay, FPS drops. Well, it can be so many things. It's really hard to know. Yeah, drivers all up to date, motherboard BIOS updated, chipset drivers updated. Maybe your PSU is faulty, may happen. Okay, do you play chess? I do not. I played as a child, but not anymore. Okay. Can you show me your Radeon settings so I can copy them and try them? Radeon settings. These are my overclocking ones, of course, but I must assume you are talking about these ones, okay? Basically, here, all disabled with a frame rate target control. Display, only FreeSync is enabled. Video, normal, general, all disabled. Basically disable all the crap that you don't use. Are you a Native American? No, I'm Portuguese. I'm Portuguese. Latest option in BIOS that you showed in your video for BIOS update, that I didn't have, but I still managed to do it. RAM speed got fixed. Oh, you mean the XMP, DOHCP, and so on. The extreme RAM profile and so on. Yeah. That's trending, great game. Finally, someone that understands and does not call it a walking simulator. People calling it a walking simulator played like 1 hour and they quit because some people can't even stand still and enjoy a really good story, a really good gameplay. The details of the game is what makes the game great. For example, I love the details that you have to maintain your balance. You kind of sleep when you're descending higher mountains and so on. It's really well done. So you have to hold your breath so those freaky creatures, the BTs, don't actually find you and so on. Those are some pretty nice details. Okay, Code Vein and Wreckfest. Never experienced them. Oh, I see the volume slider. Yes, you have your reason here. So mostly the volume slider will always be working. But I mean, if the performance is quite okay, I don't really mind. Well, if you have a capacitor chipped like 1 mm deep, well, the capacitor may blow up sometime, may start like dripping, but I'm not much into that, but you can try it. I mean, I don't really know. Just use it and wish yourself luck. Any news about Cyberpunk ray tracing? Yes, for AMD. I don't really know really hard. Okay, let's see what I will play. I also finished Mafia Definitive Edition. Really good game. No Man's Sky, maybe some No Man's Sky. I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn, Red Dead Redemption, Cyberpunk. Maybe some Cyberpunk. Maybe. I mean, why not? Fuck it. Let's go. Oh, I'll stop reading the chat for a few moments, but I will come back soon. I'll be back. I'll put this in windowed mode. By the way, I really love how fast Cyberpunk loads with an Jesus, with an my God, SSD, with an SSD, my goodness. But yeah, it loads so fast, so damn fast. Okay, let's put just this, graphics, gameplay, video, full screen, windowed. Can I actually... Okay, let's reduce it a bit more. Okay. Let's do this. And maybe now I can actually do this. What the fuck, I can see this. Now I have to decrease. The size of my... Okay. My camera. Yeah, better, way better. Okay, this is it, I guess. Go on, somewhere here. I can't actually see this, which is annoying me. Why can't... Yes, Nvme. Why can't I do this window? It's really annoying the fuck out of me. Come on! Okay, it's 1080p, fuck it. 1080p it is. I don't really care, fuck it. Just go on. Fuck this shit. Okay. Let's go. Fuck this shit. Okay. No. Maximum speed RAM. Okay, it's already loaded. That's pretty fine. Anako. By the way, let me see the GPU usage. 97% and still streaming decently fine, not bad. Okay. Do you get Free Rage 2 on Epic Games? Yes, I did. Actually, I did. I will have to install it later. SSD and Nvme, yes. That's what I have. I have two of those. Okay, let me put the... Oh, I don't really need it. Fuck it. Do you think a 6700 will be quieter than the 5700? Yes, completely. They will have way less power draw and way faster, so it will also be quiet. Let's select here the mission. Okay. The character. I have points to upgrade. Perks. Let's upgrade this. Done. Whatever. Now, I already don't know the... Where do I go to the missions? I don't remember. It isn't tab. M. Journal. Oh, journal. Is exactly. Let's do, for example, find the Cyber Psycho. Go. Okay, let's do this. This one. Let's call my car. Let me just put it, the chat here, closer to the window. Yeah, way better. Where are you, car? Let's go. Let's go. Okay. More. The story in that game is meh, and the color palette is kind of weird, but boy, is the gunplay excellent. I mean, yeah, the game is pretty decent. By the way, tell me if the game is actually way louder than it was supposed to be. According to my voice, for example, comparing to my voice. Can you hear me well? Is the game too loud? Sou do Brasil, parabéns pelo abraço, pelo trabalho, abraço. Obrigado. Abraço para o Brasil. Poor people. Okay, I mean, some people saying that this game doesn't look good or is quite bad. People saying that this game is quite bad. Well, I wouldn't call it bad. It's just different, and it could be way better. It isn't bad, just could be way better. The gunplay is fun, yes, with these guns and all. Oh, the missions are a lot fun on extra hard with Jackies fighting beside you. Yeah. Now, someone was actually asking the future of this channel or the plans for 2021. Well, I have plans to keep increasing the quality of the videos. For example, let's say, let me just fuck this guy up. Oh, you're tough, aren't you? Basically, keep increasing things. Bye. Keep increasing the quality of the videos. Yeah, this guy is tough.
Why do I always gotta be the one, huh?
Yeah, you gotta be the one. Fuck off. Now, improving the video quality, in between other things, having new things to test. Basically, that's it. I don't have plans to do other things like, for example, videos about news. I don't really like it. I prefer other things. My aim is the best, indeed. That's why I like this weapon, because the bullets are self-guided. Yep, it ended up. Woo! Okay. Oh, I can't do anything here. Yeah, basically that's it. What's your stream bitrate? I'm streaming at 20, if I remember correctly, 20 Mbps bitrate, 20,000 bitrate. Yeah. The game was kind of short, really. Cyberpunk 2077 was short on the main story. It has a lot of side quests that can actually improve your gaming experience a lot, because the side quests kind of fulfill the main story, but I think that the main story should be way better. Way better than it is. Let's see. Sup Flavio? Sup man? Okay. Yeah, play game like Apex or the other BR games or esports and you get way higher FPS. Okay. Rage 2 is free on Epic, yeah. I mean, this game is pretty fine, but I'm more into the story. So I play Cyberpunk not for the gun thing or any other thing. I play Cyberpunk because I like the story. Where the fuck is this guy? Here you are. So I heard you like some punches. Pam. Yep. Cyberbug 2077. The year is 2077. Yeah. I'll kill you till you die 2 times. Anyway. I mean, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just punching random people and taking away things.
Or they're gearing up for a different sort of party.
Yeah, I release you. Yep, I have a super jump. Okay. Fabio, are you encoding with AMD's encoder or CPU encoding or dedicated capture card? No, it's actually the GPU encoding, so it's the 6800 that's working, okay? Just that. AGVC for streaming on AMD GPUs, it's better option. Yes, but I don't really think that you can stream using AGVC. You will keep streaming using the 264 instead of the 265. Oh, get wrecked. Teabag. Yeah. Come on, man. Puto. Yeah, that was easy. I mean, I'm the type of guy that plays games on easy because I just like to actually... I just like to follow the story, so... Yeah, that's why I suck. Like I said, Nox, 700 euros é uma boa compra. AMD needs AV1 encode. For example, AV1 or AV9, I would prefer AV9. AV9 would be really, really fine. But yeah. Atomic Heart. Not really. Not really. Okay. What is AV9? AV9, for example, I think that YouTube uses AV9. It's an encoder for your videos. By the way, guys, if you want to ask any more questions, just go on. I mean,
I've got plans for you.
seriously, this game is so fucked up. Yeah, VP9, exactly. It's VP9. I mean, the girl was here with no one inside the car. I just go there, I enter the car, and she stays there, just in the same exact position. My fucking god. Adios. Damn, this car is hard too. to control. Now I actually have, I don't live in the city, I live in a small village. But I actually have now decent internet. That's why I'm actually live streaming, because I had like 10 Mbps, now I have 1000. So I have like 1 gigabyte, 1 gigabit. Yeah, 1 gigabit. 1000 Mbps. What do you mean? Fabio, what is your opinion on cryptocurrency? Do you think the mining will collapse in 2017? Mining will never cease to exist, but like, for example, like banks, like the like everything, there are high points, higher points, lower points. It's how life works, but it will never cease to exist. Not now. Yeah. The patch fixed the AMD issues, yeah. Are you playing on ultra-wide? Yes. That's an ultra-wide monitor. 3040/40 per 1440. That's my main monitor. Nice car. Is this how you act in your town? What do you mean by how you act? Basically, are you asking if this is the normal me, or this is a persona I have for the live stream? No, it's me. I am like this. Beating people up and driving crazy. No, actually, not that. Oh, see? That girl just stepped in front of my car. It wasn't my fault. I'm not scum, you scum. You are so lucky. Portugal has very good internet for ruler. Why can't I read this word? Rural. Fuck it. Areas. I hope that here in Greece the internet speed will improve too. We actually have these internet speeds now. We didn't have them before. It's really recent. Yeah. Police chase mod. What happens in that police chase mod? Can I actually punch this car? Why? I mean, I can punch like people and they will fly, and I can punch this shit. When I punch this, the car even move. That's fucked up.
Not a problem.
Dude.
And he just kicked in. Oh.
Bam.
Exchanging fire.
Well, that's a lot of police. Anyway, let's close this game a bit and focus a bit more on the questions. So I'll just do like 30 minutes more and then I'll actually leave. I think that's enough for today. I'm getting tired also. 80 euros for 1,200 with provider. Use mine. Okay, I'm paying like without a smartphone card. It's like 50 euros, around 50 euros. So it's not that much. No, ray tracing, man, ray tracing does the difference. For top 3 entertainment, ray tracing makes a lot of difference, but of course it will tank the FPS in your card. So if you look for certain areas and certain games, the ray tracing does the difference. In some others it doesn't matter that much, but in most of them the difference is quite big. The police will come after you in cars and bikes. That's fun. That's fun. No, ray tracing is not a gimmick, man. It's not a gimmick. It is just not well implemented, and it will take years and years to be well implemented, but it's definitely not a gimmick. So it's real-time lighting and shadows tracing, so it's really, really good. I mean, if I use it in some games, the immersion is really, really better. But the FPS difference isn't. So I won't trade like a little bit more immersion for like 30, 40, 50 FPS. I prefer the FPS over the immersion. The immersion, no doubts there, no doubts. Oi do Brasil, Cyberpunk melhorou no PC? Yes, Cyberpunk did improve on PC. Yeah, abraço. €8 with only internet, that's a lot. I pay €50 and I have television also. So yeah, that's a lot. I'm using the most recent version. Yeah, I think it's the Half 2, yes. Okay, what game do you want to play now? Just like AC Valhalla, I suck at Battlefield, I suck at Warfare, I suck at Counter-Strike, more or less. Counter-Strike, I still do my shit. I suck at almost everything. So yeah, it's hard to pick one. What did you do for Valentine's Day? Basically everything is closed up here, so I just went to my girlfriend. We did, well, we saw a movie, we passed some time together, the usual. Reckless driving. By the way, guys, if you are close to my channel and if you watch the video of me and my uncle, this is my uncle, Antonio Santos, this is my uncle. He says GNR because that's what we say in Portuguese for the police. He says we'll have to call. Play some DBZ, okay? GTA versus Cyberpunk. No. My GPU was sent by AMD, so yeah, I did not buy it. Did you get her flowers? I did get her a letter. I actually wrote her a letter, so a love letter, after 2 years. She actually enjoyed it, or so she says, and her tears said that. Damn, I just got my question ignored. Well, do it again because those are there are lots of questions. Yeah, at the moment I'm using the 6800. I'm in Gears 5. Okay, let's see what to put in the background. Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. Oh, let's try this game. Let's try this. I'm into this now. Okay, let's try this. I agree. Go on. This will just take a moment and I will come back to see the chat once again. I really need to work in this to kind of have the chat here on the right side. Let's see if I can make this game play. Not here, graphics. Display mode. Let's put it here. Oh, come on. Okay. And this one. Oh. I wanted to play this game a lot. This game is a masterpiece, and it doesn't let me use windowed mode. That's something, that's a turn off. Sadly. Yeah, it doesn't support 1080p, what a crap. This game is like a masterpiece, a complete masterpiece. Why can't I use? I quit. Damn, I was really into playing this game. This game is so great. By the way, guys, if you want to play, if you want to get this game is really a masterpiece. Legacy of Kain itself, it's a true masterpiece. Something that you can't find nowadays, sadly. .1080p 144 Hz. Well, for those FPS numbers, you may focus a bit more on the CPU and RAM than the CPU itself, than the GPU itself, sorry. So, yeah. Okay, Forza Horizon, Gears 5, Kingdom Come, Remnant from the Ashes, The Witcher 3, Tom Clancy's. Okay, let me just answer to my girlfriend. Okay, what can we play actually? I have so many things to play, but I don't really know what to play. That's kind of sad. Yeah, dual channel is always the way. If you don't have dual channel, go buy dual channel now, right now. Just leave your house right now, go to the damn store, buy dual channel before I shoot you, man. Damn Jesus, why people are still getting single channel in 2021? Just stop it. Stop it. Seriously. Just, I mean, you need dual channel. Seriously. Hey, man. YouTube stutters. Not really, but that may have to do with the drivers and the codecs. I had something close to that some time ago. Yeah, by the way, I think that that the new drivers are way better in Kingdom Come, but let me just... Yeah, you want to see the MS Afterburner. You guys love that. Okay, now we have a good question. This guy, Nicolas Barcelos, is Portuguese. I hope he understands English. If he is actually in this channel, he may, and he has to understand English. Basically, he's asking why the 5700 XT has low usage. Well, and he says it isn't the CPU bottleneck. So I'm asking you, Nicholas, what CPU do you have? What RAM configuration do you have? So we can actually be certain if it isn't a CPU bottleneck or not. No. Okay. Maybe some Forza, some Ghost Runner. I never played this game. Devil May Cry. Control, great game. Doom Eternal, Plague Tale. Because I mean, I like to play games, but I like to play games with myself. So I like to be there, enjoying the moment. So I don't really know how to play a game like this with you watching. It's kind of strange to me. Okay. Were you a fan of Diablo 2? Yes, I played it when I was a child, and man, when I saw that Diablo 2 remake, I was like, fuck yeah! That's what Diablo is to me, because Diablo is that amazing immersion, that dark feeling that you get while playing the game, those songs, those old soundtracks. Great. I will definitely get the Diablo 2 remastered. Yes. Okay, Far Cry 5. I don't have Far Cry 5, but I do have the Far Cry New Dawn. Maybe. I'm not really experienced in this game. Experienced. What was your upload? Was 0.1. I repeat, 0.1 Mbps. Now it's 200. I don't really remember the levels. I remember Diablo 2 because I played it a lot, and I had a demo that I kept playing on and on and on. I played like that to exhaustion, but I really love the game. That's the feeling I want to have in a Diablo game, and Diablo 4 is actually bringing more that feeling, which is also great. Oh, okay, let's play this game. I don't play this game for a long time. Let's play it. Yeah, some newer games may stutter if you have only 4 cores, 4 threads, because at least 4 cores, 8 threads are a must now, okay? So yeah. Okay. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this game of Mad Max, but the game is really nice. It's really nice. It's one of the most underrated games that I've seen. The game is really great. Really great. By the way, I also like the Max Payne 3. Max Payne 3 is also a great game. Okay, let me just go to the settings. Come on. Graphics. Change the resolution to 1080p. Okay. Full screen off. Borderless off. This. Okay. Yes. Great. Now we can play Mad Max. What are your PC specs for the RA7 gaming? Okay, and that's not for me. Thanks for being in my stream. Great game, this Mad Max. 200 FPS at 1080p, okay? That's fine, that's fine. Even while streaming, so... yeah. I know this game is old, but damn. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I mean, the ambient of this game, the feeling, the aura of this game is so good. And actually the gameplay is also good as well. No, I won't sell my GPUs. I need them to test. So I can sell them actually. Yeah, 2400 megahertz, seriously. That's your problem. Your problem is RAM bottleneck. Oh, they are coming. I don't remember the... oh, I remember now. Oh, your door is down. Yep, another door. Yeah! Have to leave this. Leave! Oh my goodness. Oh my god. preventing mining on on their new cards. Mates, if you come on, if you think that Nvidia cares a single shit about gamers or anything but money, you are so wrong. So wrong. They do not care about you at all. I guarantee you. So come. My god, you are annoying. So now my car is fixed by this strange man. Okay, you want this shit? Go on. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Whoops! Next. Oh, come. Fix the damn thing. Finally! Let's fight a bit. Oh, you're dead already. Haha. Let's fight with this. Now, see the fighting mechanics of this game. Pretty nice. Come on. Ooh, you're down. Hello, what are you using to stream? OBS? No, I'm using actually a custom stream key on YouTube and using the AMD Relief to do that, to do the stream itself. Okay, I can't decide between Brave and Opera gaming browser. I use myself Opera all the time. That's my my main browser. I used Brave, but I don't actually like it. I keep using Opera all the time. When I actually see myself, I'm like, okay, I'm back to Opera. I'm not even doing an effort. Now, Ricardo Fernandes is asking if I actually do any optimizations after installing Windows. Basically just disabling all that crap, background processes, notifications, Windows game mode, disabling Windows game mode and so on. I do that basically. Yeah, the game looks good and it's a 2015 game, but we'll have to talk, I guess. Have a little chit-chat. Hey man, Bob the Flexer. Good name. The lack of OpenGL, I can agree with that. Oh, but the encoder, well, the encoder, I mean, the streaming encoder is quite decent, but the recording encoder is quite good because you have AGBC, which is the H.265. Oh, Shiv execution, bitch. Yeah, but not this generation low. 330 series power per watt is ridiculous. Yes. For AMD, better disable game mode. Don't know why, but I haven't had any problems with game mode off. Yes, I always disable game mode. It's useless with a decent PC. Unless you have a really crappy PC with like 2 threads, game mode will do exactly nothing. But if you have 2 threads, you won't be gaming much anyway. So, yeah, game mode is almost useless. Come on. Oh, it's a sniper. Okay. Read my comment, please, Bob the Flexer. It is okay to build a PC with near-tile gloves since my hands are always sweaty. Well, if you keep your feet in the floor, you will also have no problems. But yeah, you can build with gloves, I guess. Oh, poor guy.
No more bomb girls meant for him.
Yeah, no more. How can you stream with AMD on YouTube? I've been trying since 4 years. Easy, man. Just go to your YouTube account, create a stream like I'm doing here, then go here, live streaming, and put your custom stream key and your custom stream URL and start streaming. That's all you have to do. As simple as it can be.
Oh, the wind gathers and rips at the dunes. Soon the tempest is upon us.
Oh, there's a real war here. Adios. Way better now. Olá, Fábio. Saudações aqui do Brasil. I love your channel. Thanks. Oh, that's a storm. That's a storm. Shit. Get the fuck out of my way. Let me out. My goodness. Just let me in. My God. Fuck off. Adios. That was... Oh, come on, man. That wasn't nice. Go back to the dead. Finally, I'm protected. Anyway, let's just do some more questions and then I will end the live stream. It wasn't that exciting, but the main focus was to answer some questions, so yeah. Okay. I have the X570 and I'm very satisfied till now. Shows that Polaris has still plenty of power. The RX 570, sorry. Yeah, it is a pretty decent 1080p card. Still, yeah. Okay, believe me, I try it so many times and nothing. I have to use that stupid Streamlabs OBS and make my RX 5700 XT flickering. I mean, I streamed with the RX 5700 XT before and everything was working fine. I mean, you are definitely missing some settings. I guarantee it. There are some tutorials on YouTube that actually show you how to do it, how to stream with the AMD Relief, so you may want to go and watch them, at least some of them. Okay. Hey Fabio, is Ryzen CPU good for old games that rely on single core? Yeah, actually the 5000 series CPUs have the highest single core available. So yeah, if you're going for a 5000 series, yes. If you're still at the current prices, I would go Intel. So you can get a 10600K like $100 or more cheaper than the 5600X. And you still have a really great CPU. So basically you can get a motherboard with a 10600K at the same price that you can get a 5600X. So yeah, I don't go by companies, okay? I do more AMD related videos because AMD actually sends me some hardware, that's all. But I don't go into fanboyism. So if something is better for the price, I say it is better for the price, okay? So if in this case the 10600K is actually way better in terms of price performance. How many press-ups? You mean pull-ups? How many pull-ups can you do? Athlean-X. Actually, I watched Athlean-X some years ago, not anymore. As for the pull-ups, I do a max of like 15 or 20 when I'm in a good shape. So guys, let's go for the last questions. So I'll end this at like 0 midnight. Here it's midnight 33, so 33 past midnight. I will end this at 45 past midnight, okay? So around 15 more minutes, okay? What's about SAM though? So you're asking what SAM is. SAM is an acronym for Smart Access Memory, and basically what SAM allows you to do, not you, but your PC. What SAM allows your PC to do is basically, when you have a GPU and a CPU used for gaming, for example, or for any other task, basically your CPU will have to access your VRAM, your GPU's VRAM, okay? So with the older features, the CPU could only access a max of 256 megahertz in a single call. Basically, if you wanted to access 1 gigabyte VRAM, it would have to make 4 calls to access 1 gigabyte. And that makes latency and that takes processing power, because those are many calls, 4 calls for only 1 gigabyte VRAM in 2021. What SAM allows you, your computer in this case, SAM allows the CPU to access the full VRAM of the GPU in one call. That's why some games have a huge performance increase when using SAM, okay? See ya. RA7 Gaming. See you soon, mate. Great to know. So my English is not even near perfect. Not even near good. Close to good. So it's decent. Mostly decent. Yeah. Like I'm sniffing this shit. I don't know why. So what would be good for an AM4 CPU upgrade from a Ryzen 5 2400 GPU? Okay. If you have a GPU already, a dedicated GPU, a discrete GPU, well, I actually have a video of 2400G versus 3100 versus 3600 and so on. So if you want to watch those comparisons, you may lay an eye on my video section, because that video will answer your question. Your English is better than average. It's decent, yeah. I wouldn't say better than average, but fairly decent. You guys can understand me, so it's decent. From Latvia. Nice. If Apex Legends do not force your GPU over 80% usage, is because your CPU and RAM can't push more FPS than that. That's why your usage is 80% or lower. AMD's DLSS equivalent. Well, it is in the works now, from what AMD said, so we just have to wait, I guess. Will it be better or worse than the Nvidia's one? That's the main question. Because now AMD has a lot more money, so they can invest more money in doing that DLSS alternative. So will it be better? Will it actually get to evolve faster? Those are the main questions. Yeah, check that out, Taha. What car are you driving? In this moment, I'm driving a Peugeot RCZ. It is not a new car, but for me it was like my dream car, let's say. And I end up buying it, so yeah. Yeah, some graphic drivers may cause some problems. That's pretty common. By the way, thanks for the $2, the first donation today. Thank you, man. What kind of CPU cooler do you recommend for the 3600? Well, one thing is for sure, the Ryzen 3000 series actually, at least the Ryzen 5 3000 series, actually heat up way more than the 5000 series. So for example, my 5600X is way cooler than my 3600, even than my 3600 XT. For the 3600, I advise at least a Cooler Master Hyper 212 Black Edition, for example. It will suffice you, yeah. And it is pretty decent. It's a pretty decent and cheap option to actually keep a 3600 cool. Nice, pretty nice. I mean, this engine is not the best engine because it's kind of an engine that they made together with BMW, I think. It's 1.6 THP, so basically as a turbo, it uses gasoline turbo, and it's like 156 horsepower. Is it worth building a PC at a time like this? Well, not actually. Every part is actually at decent price. For example, you can buy an Intel CPU 10400F, crazy good ratio in terms of price performance, a Z490. But when you go to get your GPU, that's where the prices are really high. So yeah. Should I replace my 4770 with, of course, but if going for a new CPU, I would at least go for a 3600. If you can't actually go to the 3600, then go to an Intel 10400F with a Z490 motherboard and 16GB 2x8 of 3200 MHz CL16. That's my opinion. My throat is starting to get really dry. I need to... Okay. That accent is the best. I mean, my accent is so damn strange. Yeah. It's a Portuguese accent. We have this accent. It's Latino, like some kind of Latino accent. Is the video and audio a bit out of sync, or is it just for me, like a half a second? Maybe because I'm streaming at 1440p and YouTube doesn't like streams at over 1080p, but that may be the problem. What did you do with your 5700 XT? It is here to test. It is currently on my testing build, and all the other cards are here also because I do tests year after year. I actually kind of renew my tests. I'm currently renewing the tests of the CPUs. So I already tested the 5600X, 3800 XT, the 3100, the 3600. Now I'm gonna test the 3600 XT, the 2600X, the 2400G, and I guess that's all. And the 10400F from Intel, and I'll buy the i3 10100F to test. Which shampoo do you use? I actually use a shampoo from Vichy. I like their branding. It's really good. Yeah, I'm streaming at 1440p. I don't know why YouTube. Maybe if you have a 1080p monitor, you can't actually select the 1440p option. But I'm streaming, as you can see. I'll show you. I'm streaming at 1440p. No, it is just on YouTube. Let me just show you the streaming options. As you can see, 1440p, video bitrate, 20 MB second. This is it. To test FPS and system temps, MSI Afterburner, as it is here. Yeah, the 3600 works well with B450 motherboards, but I wouldn't buy anything less than a B450 Tomahawk. That's my opinion. So guys, 3 minutes to go, so leave your questions so I can actually answer them. So let's go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know why the EKWB stopped making the monoblocks. That's a really good question, but I really don't know why. Do you mine on your PCs? No. No mining for now, at least for now, no mining. Completely zero. Do you go to college? Yes, I go to college. We have a different grading here in Portugal. Basically, we have it not for college, or let's say we have different. We use it from year to year. For example, we have like university. Then below that we have like the 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade. Okay. Basically, I did no university, but I have the 12th grade with let's say it's like a specialization, yes, in informatics, like a little bit of programming, like I'm missing the words now. Networks, not network, but networks, Java, some things like that. Do you have a girlfriend? Yes, I have a girlfriend, and I will actually call her once I finish these questions, this live stream. What do you think of the B450? Okay. Gigabyte motherboards. Unless you are buying their top branded motherboards, do not buy them, okay? If you are going for mid-end motherboards, the Tomahawk version is the best in terms of VRMs, capacitors, and so on, so on, so on. Gigabyte's mid motherboards are really bad in terms of VRMs and so on, so I really do not advise them. Yeah, your motherboard, your MSI is it's not the worst, but it is not the best, of course, but it is decent, I guess. Can you test SAM on the RX 5700? If you have a 5000 series CPU, you can actually activate SAM on the 5700 and so on, but it won't have any benefit in terms of gaming. I tested it myself. It's like zero. So it isn't working per se. It shows there that actually the amount of VRAM that the CPU can access is actually more than 256 megabytes. In this case, 16 gigabytes VRAM because of the GPU, or 8 gigabytes VRAM, but you won't actually have a performance gain, so it's meaningless. My motherboard, I'm using in my main build, it's an X570 Strix F from Asus, and on my secondary build, my testing build, sorry, it's a B450 Tomahawk Max 2, okay? Chinese processors still have a lot. Chinese processors still have a lot to improve, mostly the ARM ones. ARM CPUs are quite fine, but they can't really compete in terms of instructions and so on with the x64 CPUs, x86 in this case, x86 32 bits and so on. They can't compete for now, at least for now. So guys, we're passing time, just 1 more minute. Leave your questions. What smartphone are you using? I'm using a Samsung S20, and it is actually recording the video right now. It's the Samsung S20. More questions, guys? 1 minute. If you have anything more to question, go on. $6,800 with the 5600X, of course. It's the combo I have. You can go and actually go to my video section, because I have a video of 25 games tested on the RX 5600, man, the R5 5600X and the RX 6800. So go there, because you have lots of games at 1080p, 1440p and 4K. Bye, man. I'm going to sleep soon also. Okay, when do you think we will get RDNA 2 in APUs? The next generation won't get it, and not anytime soon, because, well, they have shortage because of the consoles and everything mostly, and TSMC not being able to give them more dies and so on. So it will take like 2 generations for RDNA 2 on APUs. Have a nice night and spread love as always. Keep it up, Fabio. Greetings from Albania. Thanks a lot, man. Portugal, a big hug from Portugal. Radeon anti-lag, only if you play games like CSGO and so on, but I myself see no differences at all. Now, guys, thanks a lot for watching this live stream. I hope I actually helped you and that other users helped with your problems. Thanks a lot for watching, seriously. Big hug for all your countries, for all of you. And see you next week, because next week, yes, we have more. Now it will be a weekend. A weekend, yes. Weekend, what the fuck am I saying? It will be a weekly live stream program, and the program is called like Let's Talk About It. So that's what we did, and that's what we're gonna do week after week. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and see you in the next video. Have a good night.